Alright guys, time for some more Dawn of War Soulstorm. This is a Space Marine player called Som up against ZX, the Dark Eldar player. And the map is Outer Reaches. Just want to say a few things about this map. It is a map which is a one-on-one map, of course, a two-player map. And the start locations are very close together, but they're separated by an impassable ridge. And to get your opponent's space, you actually have to head around a road, which rather resembles an upside-down horseshoe. It's like a big semicircle, and you have to go through the center of the map, or as these Space Marine scouts are doing here, where there's a strategic point. Now, there's a longer semicircle you can head around to the northern side of the map, and I like to think of those as the outer reaches of the map, and that's where the map gets its name from. These Space Marines have headed directly to this Dark Eldar base without even capturing any points, and this is the first squad that the Space Marine player made. And he's looking to do some harassment here in the form of just the scouts running around the base, firing at things as they run around, and just generally trying to prevent the mandrakes from capturing points faster than they otherwise would normally. So there's that listing post going up for the Dark Eldar. But in the meantime, the Space Marine player is building a number of other scout squads which he's using to capture the map. So Space Marine player definitely getting the head start on capturing points. And the mandrakes heading straight over to their next strategic location. But the scouts are going to prevent them from capturing that point very quickly. But in the meantime, we've got some Dark Eldar warriors. Very interesting choice, because most of the time Dark Eldar players go for a Dark Foundry quite early and follow up with Helions or River Jet Bikes. But this player has decided to go for some earlier warriors, which is more of a defensive choice. They're not units you can really go around rushing your opponent's base with. So that's a very different style of Dark Eldar, and I haven't seen it very often before. It's not that popular, so I'll be interested to see how it fares against this very, very common sort of mass scout squad. Probably either just for the fast economy or for sniper rifles. But as you can see here, the scouts at the northern, the outer reaches of the map, the northern side, have already sort of tried to get some of the points on the Dark Eldar territory, but the warriors are preventing that, of course. And we've got a force commander arriving already to do a bit of harassment. But time for a bit of a counterattack here from the Dark Eldar warriors, killing that servitor, putting up the listing post over at the top. And in the meantime, this the force commander chopping people down. Looking for targets here, and the mandrakes have finished with the 3 o'clock point. Got the scouts at the center of the map trying to take that very central strategic point. That's a very important point, because most maps usually have a critical location at the center, and of course, as you know, you can't put listing posts on critical locations after they've been captured. But because this map has a strategic point right smack in the center of the map, you can put a listing post on it and dominate the middle ground of the map, and that can be important. But that's a point that's quite hard to take and hold, basically, if I can say, if you can use that term. It says, even though it's, strategic points don't count as a take and hold victory condition. But yeah, here's the force commander again, hanging out in the crater there. And we've got some invisible mandrakes chasing these guys, so I'm just going to switch over to the Dark Eldar view so you can actually see them. There they are there, just chasing the Space Marines scouts. But we've got a Space Marine tactical squad having arrived to get some fire off on those warriors, but unfortunately nothing to detect the mandrakes. So at this point, Space Marines retreating back to their half of the map, heading down the road, and there's the skull probe in the foreground, so the mandrakes are forced to retreat, having been revealed. Now it looks like we've got a Dark Eldar squad heading up to the northern outer reaches of the map here. And they'll be looking to secure that Space Marine objective, having taken down the listing post. And this means the Dark Eldar actually have more than 50% of the map under control at this point. So they're doing quite well, and I'm starting to like the use of this warrior squad strategy with the only 2 mandrake squads for capturing points. Can really sort of bully the Space Marine player into submission in some ways, because the Space Marine player is really going to attack here. Well, that's what it seems like to me anyway. And the Dark Eldar warriors, despite being a very basic unit, very basic sort of infantry squad, they have very high damage. They've got really good firepower, and until the Space Marine player is able to tech up to get heavy bolters and lots of them, he'll actually be outgunned. Surprisingly, Space Marine player being outgunned. But on the other hand, he may be getting some sniper rifles, and that would be quite good, given the high number of scout squads he had. I wouldn't be surprised if he took that up. So looks like the Space Marines are heading to the center of the map to take that strategic point, and the Mandrakes have intercepted them here. And remember, there's no detection here for the scouts at all. So the Mandrakes look like they're going to be cutting up these Space Marines here. This is the only reason why I don't like watching the game from the Dark Elder perspective. Is you see all these dead bodies with souls, floating out of them. Which the Dark Elder have to be able to see to capture, because they use souls as like a resource for their special abilities. But Space Marine's doing quite well in the middle here. We've got a decent sized tactical squad, and we've finally got some sniper rifles upgraded from the scouts. So now that we've got plenty of detection on the map, and I don't really need to reveal the Mandrakes, we're going to switch back to the Space Marine view. And you can see that the sniper rifle starting to cut down some units here, just smack, smack, smack. Look at the Mandrakes in the mid-ground there, getting shot to pieces by the sniper rifles, and every time those scouts fire with those rifles, something gets killed. So, very good weapon. And now it looks like that upgraded listening post is going to be taken down, but it's really just like the Space Marines coming back. I mean, the Dark Elder haven't really lost anything on their side of the map. It's really just like the Space Marines being delayed and recapturing their side of the map. So, the Dark Elder player is still looking strong. Really keen to see what he does mid to late game, because the Space Marine player will be heading up to tier 2 before we know it, and he'll have heavy bolters and probably either a Sacred Artifact or some quick vehicles. More common choice is the Sacred Artifact for things like the Librarian and of course the Grey Knights. But I really like this position here. The Space Marines have headed over to the ridge, and the Dark Elder player, when he moves his warriors into position, the scouts just have to smooth back a little bit so that they're in range with their sniper rifles, but the Dark Elder can't shoot back at them. So very nice positioning there, and it's forced the Dark Elder player to retreat. Just can't deal with those scout sniper rifles in the meantime. This will give the Space Marine opportunity to actually head around the outer reaches at the top there where the stairs are, and head over to the listening post at the 1 o'clock position and do some damage, and he's doing that right now. So as you can see, that's what's going on. Now the Dark Elder player seems to have responded with an Archon here. This is the leader of the Dark Elder, their commander equivalent, and just to show off his power, he's going to get rid of these 2 scouts, and very easily done with the help of his little retinue of two Dark Elder warrior squads. Look at him showing off how evil he is here, just admiring his clawed hands. Definitely, and warriors retaking the point at the start of the map there. So, looks like the Dark Elder are